today, and that's not a number you see very often.
Let alone from a middle blocker.
Striking back is the Panthers. Abby Broadstreet once again. She has a team high 10 kills, more than double the next highest for the Panthers. Rose to Hawk. Could hear the thump on that one as it ricochets into the 5th row. And then a Hawk put some emphasis on that one.
Abby Bottomley took that one off the shoulder. She had no idea where that one was going. And she can't even do anything but smile on that one. She knows that Anna Hawk got the best of her on that one.
Sent over. Now Speckman to Barber. Dug by Hawk. Speckman to Wirch. Nice rally here from both teams, and the final kill attempt goes wide. Point Marquette. Timeout taken by HighPoint. And guys, normally we're saying one player or the other. Allie Barber, one we're usually mentioning a lot, but it seems like the wealth has been spread quite evenly for Marquette. 4 players ranging from 6 to 8 kills. Elizabeth Orth with 5, and an all-around solid performance, it seems, from the Golden Eagles.
And they've been hitting really well as far as percentage-wise, hitting .367 compared to 103 of HighPoint. Elizabeth Orff herself hitting .625. Granted, on only 8 attacks, but no errors is really impressive from a middle blocker who has really struggled with accuracy when she's attacking.
And what I also find interesting for the Golden Eagles is that although they really have, like you said, Chris, spreading the wealth, there hasn't been one single player that's really stood out on the Golden Eagle roster. No one on the team is in double digits when it comes to kills, and that's the same currently with HighPoint. Although Abby Broadstreet's only 1 away from reaching 10 kills on the evening. So with Marquette, they've done a great job of, again, spreading the wealth, making sure everyone's getting a piece of the pie. But there hasn't been that one standout player that's really carried them, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
In terms of setting up those front row players, Lauren Speckman with 15 assists and Sarah Rose 14 of her own. Namadov leads Marquette with 10 digs. Abby Bottomley leads all players with 16 digs. And that's a block. It was attempted to be tipped over by Madison Smith, but met at the net from a couple of Marquette players.
The defense from Marquette today has really impressed me. They've, as Chris mentioned, they've met a lot of players at the net multiple times throughout today, and they've been fantastic in the dig game.
Another service error will give the serving advantage to HighPoint yet again. Abby Broadstreet, probably been the best performer today, at least in terms of kills, but that'll be a back-to-back service errors that we've seen several times today. Now it's Anna Hawk's turn. Anna Hawk, transfer from Miami, originally from Sweden in her senior season, but Gabrielle Eidelberg will get the kill for HighPoint.
Eidelberg, just a freshman from Mesquite, Texas. She's actually considering either going into law or engineering as a major, so certainly not taking the easy path.
What I noticed from that is not even the easy path, but just no correlation. But hey, good for you. Good.
Jordan Hefner, an impressive block there on Allie Barber. Anytime you can block Allie Barber at the net, that's something to brag about later on. And point will go towards the Golden Eagles there.
That was a great effort from Mackenzie Thornburg, though. She went full out, slid on the knee pads trying to get to that one, but Marquette put it just out of her reach. But the effort for HighPoint is still certainly there.
And laid up on a platter for Allie Barber, and she eats it up. What a kill there.
And the one thing I've noticed in this set is it's really picked back up where we left off here in the second set, where Marquette had the momentum, but it wasn't like a humongous lead. They were just kind of they were pulling away a little bit, keeping it a game for HighPoint. But similar in this half now, where Marquette, or this set I should say, Marquette's only up by 5 points, only need 10 more to win and eventually and eliminate the Panthers. But still, it's been kind of a tale of similar sets.
HighPoint's actually going to challenge this point. They're going to say that Allie Barber was in the net when she did that. So we'll see if this call is overturned or not. But regardless, if you're HighPoint, you can't give up a free ball like that to Allie Barber. If you're going to try to dig the serve like that, then you really need to do something better than that. While Bottomley's been incredible with her dig so far today, that one just wasn't.
The court will stand. Allie Barber did not cross the net. It was a clean kill. And that'll give Kanavidov the serve. Smith tried to tip it over, but Rosenthal was right there, and you got to think that affected the attempt from Smith.
And one thing that we mentioned earlier but haven't really brought up in a while is the height that Marquette boasts on that front line is just something that HighPoint can't even come close to. They have 4 or 5 players that are listed at 6'2", but nobody that even comes close to the 6'5" or 6'6" that Marquette has in Jenna Rosenthal and Allie Barber.
Speaking of Barber, right on cue, she gets a kill. That gives her a team high 10, the first to reach double figures in kills in this game. And Dan, earlier you mentioned Ryan Tice saying that Hope Wirch would be an X factor in this one. She trails only Allie Barber for Marquette in terms of kills. She has 8 today. Nice dig by Speckman. Finds Barber. And once again, Allie Barber. 2 kills in a row and a 5-0 scoring run for Marquette.
Speckman knocking on the door of a double-double here. 9 digs, 17 assists. And Marquette now on that 5-0 scoring run, looking unstoppable.
And a service ace. Scoring run to 6-0. Timeout taken, HighPoint. And Marquette knocking on the door of going to the second round of the NCAA tournament.
And I feel bad for what I just said about 2 minutes ago. I thought it was going to be a similar half based on what it looked like in the like 4 points ago. But now that Marquette pulling away by 9, about to reach a double-digit lead, assuming they can continue their momentum. HighPoint only 6 points away from ending their season early. But as Dan and I and we've all said before, again, although they are a young team and it would be a loss in the first round, there's so many takeaways you can take back to North Carolina as everyone grows and you become more veteran-like. And Marquette, again, I don't want to say it's a win now season for the Golden Eagles, but you have to wonder that once they lose Rosenthal, and obviously then Barber enters her senior season, they lose players like Anna Hawk as well. Kind of turns into that. It kind of does give that kind of win now sense.
HighPoint really needs to battle back here if they want any chance of salvaging their season. Marquette has all the momentum going right now. Up by 9. HighPoint kind of needs a miracle at this point if they're going to want to get back into this game and salvage something.
Play set to resume. Kanavidov looking to extend a 6-0 run, but unable to do so. That serve goes long, ending the streak.
10 service errors for the Golden Eagles today. 9 aces on the other hand. HighPoint, 4 errors, 0 aces. That's one thing about Marquette. They don't give up a ton of aces while they're able to earn a lot on the offensive end of things.
Barber. off the hands.
Allie Barber's the kind of player that makes you ask the question of whether or not there's a changeup in her repertoire.
Abby Broadstreet saw that one coming and was left looking like a statue. Too much speed to react on that ball. Now Sarah Rose. Powerful kill attempt, but Konavidov handled it. It's Bottomley to Tillman. Barely gets over the net. Wirch blocked by Tillman and Hefner.
That was great work at the net by HighPoint. Able to elevate a couple different times. First, when Rosenthal tried to tip it over, and then when Wirch tried to come up with the big, powerful kill, they were right there to meet her. It might have been a better decision to try to tip it over them, but hindsight's always 20/20.
In the game now is Rachel Cordanawi. Point will go to Marquette.
Cordanawi has come in, I think, 2 or 3 times today as kind of a service specialist. Marquette did that a couple times earlier on in the season. They would bring in Abby Julian or Gabby Martinez or even Katie Shessa before she was getting the regular rotation, just to serve and then play in the back line.
A nice block there. Looked like Mosier and Rosenthal. And another thing about Cordanowi, didn't originally get a scholarship offer. She's one that kind of worked her way to where she is.
Yeah, to add on to that fact, she was actually the student manager of the team back in 2015. So to go from managing to actually wearing the uniform is one accolade that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah, a couple years ago, a student manager to fast forward in the present, saying she got to play in an NCAA tournament game at the Division I level. Quite impressive as Hope Wirch has the let serve, and Tillman gets the kill. Jenna Rosenthal-esque off that one leg. (23-13) Golden Eagles on the cusp of moving to the next round, but HighPoint won't give up just yet. Kill attempt goes a bit long. And now match point for Marquette.
And Abby Julian's going to see time here. She's going to come in and serve, getting the senior some time in an NCAA tournament game.
Crowd's on their feet. Marquette looking to square off against Cincinnati tomorrow. Tillman gets another kill. Impressive play there. We'll hold off the confetti just yet.
A good play from HighPoint to keep their season alive, although they're down 10. And they would require 10 unanswered points. They're still fighting their best fight.
Dug by Julian. She'll get in the box score of this one. Kill attempt. It's kept in by Shesso. Hawk tries, and beautiful block there. Give props where it's due. Madison Smith. Julian. To Rose. To Hawk. Now Madison Smith. Sit back over, and closing the deal is Elizabeth Orff, so that will do it. The Marquette Golden Eagles, last year they fell to Wisconsin in the first round. The year before that, they also fell to Wisconsin. This year, they managed to get a win in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Guys, final thoughts after witnessing this one. for the Golden Eagles?
Well, first off, you got to give Marquette credit. They fought so hard the last years. They had to go through teams like the Wisconsin Badgers to be able to get to a spot where they could be a top 4 team. To play someone like HighPoint, although the Panthers were out without Molly Livingston, Marquette still stayed strong. They didn't count them out. They got an easy 3-set victory, and now they move on to play the Cincinnati Bearcats tomorrow at 7 o'clock.